He's in some kind of trouble.
Who is
He's
it?
about to have his first drink.
His first drink?
Uh-huh.
Well, drown my kittens. This is quite a moment. You mean his first this morning? Or really his first ever and ever since he was weaned?
I have never partaken. Now that I've had time to think it over,
Yes, sir.
You never know how the other half lives.
You aroused the artist in me.
It was just an impulse.
Well, obey that impulse. Why don't you have a cigar?
Have a cigar?
Yes, sir. I'd like to make you something. Something you would remember.
I wouldn't want anything, if I had anything at all, nothing potent. You understand?
You'd never feel it.
I was thinking of a Texas tornado.
Oh, not for an occasion like this, Wormy. A tornado's a perfectly reliable commercial drink for conventions and hangovers and things like that. But this is almost, is the word Vestal?
Huh?
I mean, it ought to have organ music.
I wouldn't want anything...
I mean, opportunities like this come along all too rarely for a man with his heart and his work. Tell me, Mr. Diddleback, where were you born?
What? Nebraska.
Corn. And in what year, please?
1901.
Fine, fine. They distilled some very palatable stuff in 1901. Let me see. I wouldn't do this for everybody.
I wouldn't want you to...
You leave it to me.
You just leave it to him.
1901. 1901. A sort of meeting of old friends. Brothers under the stars. It ought to help your personalities to get together. Or don't you believe in astrology?
I've never thought much about it. If you're making that for
You
me...
believe in personalities?
I suppose so.
How about posterity?
What? Posterity's just around the corner.
Now, just a couple of technical questions. Would you like it frappe or flambé?
How?
Do you like ice skating or turkey spans?
I used to skate a little.
Frappe. Frappe. Now, would you like it sweet or sharp?
I don't really...
How do you take your coffee?
I take milk.
You've answered my question. You prefer showers or sit-spans?
Well, we have a shower over the tub, but there's always the danger stepping on the soap.
Vodka.
What?
With vodka, you don't care what you step on.
You can step on snakes.
Now, wait a minute.
Now, just relax. One final question. Do you prefer the taste of rosemary or wormwood?
Who or who?
Do you like Benedictine or absinthe?
What?
What kind of toothpaste do you use?
Sozadone.
I got you.
If that's for me,
You just leave it to him. What a scientist. Ain't that pretty?
I wouldn't want anything to,
They call him the professor. You just leave it to him. Oh, boy.
Gentlemen, the Diddleback.
Ain't he wonderful? A genuine genius.
That's certainly very kind of you.
Don't mention it. And if you don't mind, I'll sample a mouthful with you.
Well, I certainly hope you will after mixing up this much.
The artist does not weigh his clay. To your very good health, Mr. Diddleback.
Here's to you, Mr. Diddleback.
Ain't that something if I do say so myself?
That's certainly very kind of you. I'm only sorry that you made so much of it. Certainly the last thing I ever expected was to have an alcoholic refreshment named after me. Very attractive aroma. Very mild.
Nothing to it.
I wouldn't say that. But it has always seemed to me that the cocktail should approach us on tiptoe, like a young girl whose first appeal is innocence.
What a poet.
Here's to innocence.
Bottoms up.
Over your ears.
Doggone if he didn't inhale that like an expert.
Welcome to the Brotherhood.
Is that all there is to it?
You are now a member in full standing.
That's very, very pleasant.
Just a little dividend.
Just a drop. You'd never guess that you'd make so many different flavors in it.
Like a poem.
I suppose there is some alcohol in this.
I will not deceive you. There is.
You'd never know it.
That's where the skill comes in. What a scientist. There ain't hardly another mixer in town could do you a thing like that. Oh, boy.
Lovely. Just like velvet.